It's packed the whole day at Assembly Hall in Champaign, Illinois. Minnesota rolls into town, and the Illini take the floor, hoping to give the hometown crowd a Big Ten win. Minnesota and Illinois, it's triple header day right here on CBS. And hi everyone, Craig Bolerjack along with Mary Murphy. Glad you're alongside today. It's week 2 of the Big Ten, and we know that Illinois, Mary, is struggling to find some offense. Minnesota has plenty of it.
They sure do, and it all starts with Emily Fox in the backcourt. She is an electrifying guard, can shoot the three, terrific in the full court. And Katie on, one of the best three-point shooters in the country. She lights it up, so much improved from a year ago. For Illinois, we talked about struggling offensively. It's all about Jenna Smith. Think Kevin Garnett inside. She can go over either shoulder. She blocks shots. She runs the floor. She makes it happen. She does it all. She needs some help from some teammates in this game.
And Mary, time now for the AT&T in-game analysis.
And for Illinois, we talk about offensive woes. They need to find some offense. It has been a struggle all season long. For the Gophers, run, don't walk. Pam Borton wants his team to get up and down the floor. And for offense, Illinois, they need to find some. It has been a little offensive of late, and we do mean a pun on that one. And Jenna Smith, she needs to turn around out of those double teams and find some help.
We've got Minnesota and Illinois, a Big Ten matchup. Stay tuned, it's all coming up next, right here on CBS.
CBS Sports coverage of NCAA women's basketball is sponsored by the new AT&T. Your world delivered. Chevy, an American revolution. And by Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Welcome back, Champaign, Illinois, Assembly Hall. And Pam Borton is the head coach of Minnesota, 7th year with the Maroon and Gold, 3 Sweet 16s and a Final Four appearance back in 2004. Borton starts 3 guards, Fox, Ohm, and McCoy, and up front talented with Voigt and Ellis Milan. And 4, the hometown Fighting Illini, 2 in the backcourt, Fabiola Jocelyn, Lydia McCauley, and the front line of Simpson, Smith, and Gordon. The head coach of Illinois is Jolette Law, 2nd year in Champaign and rebuilding with 5 freshmen on this roster. Today's game is being brought to you in HDTV by Harris Corporation, the world leader in broadcast systems for high-definition television and mobile media. Illinois 4-10 on the season, lost at home Thursday night to Wisconsin. 4 straight losses, trying to work themselves out of a hole right now, Mary. Minnesota beat Penn State Thursday night by 14, breaking a 3-game losing streak. And the tip is controlled by Illinois.
It's just so important for Illinois to have early success on offense, not just for themselves, but to get this crowd, the big crowd. They're all in orange, and they want them involved and loud and being a factor.
Well, Minnesota will press you on defense. They average nearly 10 steals a ball game. 8 on the shot clock. McCauley from the corner and downtown.
Could the start be any better for Illinois?
Absolutely. 3-point shooting, a big, big woe for Illinois basketball, averaging just 25% on the season.
McCauley shoots 29%, and that immediately takes some pressure off Jenna Smith, even though she doesn't even get a touch on the possession.
And packed the whole day, getting a treat here early. Everyone dressed up in orange as McCoy goes baseline, dishes it near a turnover. And an outside shot for 3, and Minnesota answers right back.
And no surprise, Emily Fox, one of the better three-point shooters in the country. Great range, the compliment to Katie in the perimeter.
Well, what a week she's had. Went 1 of 14 against Wisconsin Monday night, bounced back Thursday, dropped down 15 against Penn State. Jostle goes up and in. So the outside shot is open, Mary. Now they go baseline for a little high floater.
I like the attack by Jostle. She's got Ohm on her. Quickness is what she has over her, so put it on the floor and attack the rack.
She's got one of the best names in college basketball, Fabiola.
Maybe all of basketball.
Oh, and she was fabulous on that shot. An early 5-3 lead for Illinois.
Great activity by Lacey Simpson defensively to slide over there, get a little piece of the block, but her foot was on the baseline.
12 on the shot clock. On the dribble drive, Fox squares up, shots off the mark, and the rebound out to Gordon. And Mary, I'm guessing that with his hometown crowd, you stay close early, then that opens up really anything can happen in the second half.
Exactly right. They worked awfully hard on defense yesterday because they know they're going to have their hands full, but offense is the key for this Illinois team.
McCulley goes on the floor and turned it over. Well, preseason all Big Ten team, and there's plenty on the court here today, and it starts with Jenna Smith for Illinois.
One of the best. Alyssa DeHaan, 6'9" from Michigan State. Emily Fox, obviously here from Minnesota. Jantel Lavender from Ohio State, just a sophomore. One of the best post players in the country.
Fox Hells up against McCulley. Ohm in traffic. Boy, great defense by Illinois early, shutting down the baseline. That ball comes out front with 14 on the shot clock. Ohm misses widely to the right. Voigt goes up, and it's knocked away out of bounds. 9 on the shot clock. Boy, the energy level for the Illini mighty high right now.
Well, we felt that energy when we talked to Lacey Simpson after practice yesterday, Brian. She just felt very badly about how she had played in the prior games, and she is coming out with a vengeance.
Middle is shut down. That ball is loose. Shot clock down to 1. And a violation. Turnover. It'll be Illinois basketball.
And as precise as this Minnesota team was at practice yesterday evening, they look a little discombobulated. The Illini defense really getting right up into their faces.
It was amazing. Pam Borden had a great line. She said, you know what? My players take responsibility in practice. There was a lot of jabbering, a lot of talking going on. And she said, made it very clear, you know what? A quiet gym is a losing gym. And it was not quiet last night here.
It was a lot of fun to watch.
11 on the shot clock. Illinois resets out front.
Jenna Smith misses the 17-footer from the high post.
Back inside, ball out of bounds with 3 on the shot clock. So 3 minutes into this first half, and Illinois is knocked down a 3-point shot by McCulley. Inside, little floater by Jostle. And the only bucket by Minnesota, a 3-pointer by Emily Fox. That ball was picked up. Gordon has 2 on the shot. Down to 1. Has to put it up. Got it away at the buzzer. And that shot was not away before the horn sounded. So Illinois turns it over. What a couple of days for Lydia McCulley. Mary had a tooth extracted before practice yesterday. And then we sat and watched her take a shot to the jaw during a workout. And she was questionable whether or not she was going to start this game or even play today.
Yeah, she had a rough day yesterday. The Novocaine impact on the left side hadn't left her when she got socked on the right.
A 1-for-5 start for Minnesota. Starts to break on the other end. Up and in.
Did I mention Kevin Garnett? This woman can rebound at one end, and then the push at 6'3" gets at the other end for the long pass. She's one of the great post players in this country, and not a whole lot of people know about her. Double
figures in 22 straight ball games. On the board, averaging just under 19 a ball game. 7-3 early, Illinois. Inside, that shot rolls down and in. Ellis Milan.
Ellis Milan, one of those lunch pail kind of players, just shows up, gets it better every year, gets better every game. Off the dish there, knocks down the 2.
And a good rebounder. Nearly 9 boards a ball game. That ball is out of bounds. Turnover, Illinois. And a timeout. Fast start. Illinois up by 2. Pack the hall day. It's a sea of orange in Champaign, Illinois. We'll be back on CBS. And what a story it's been for Miami. A bounce-back season under Tony Sparano, and of course Bill Parcells could be executive of the year. How about the start by Illinois? This could not have been written more perfectly for the head coach, Jolette Law, trying to find some energy for this young team. 5 freshmen on the roster. They've hit 3 of their first 4.
You're exactly right. Just trying to play this game in 4-minute segments and just stay right where you are and improve with every 4-minute section.
Owen goes inside. They kick it back outside, and the jump shot right down the barrel by Jackie Voigt, the left-hander, and the freshman out of Cottage Grove, Minnesota.
Boy, are they excited about the lefty. Great learning curve. She's getting better every game, starting every game as a freshman here in Minnesota.
Boy, high-pressure defense. Voigt trying to deny. Gordon that goes baseline. Tough shot over the top and a foul. Free throws coming. As you look at, we are only freshmen. Voigt, along with Buford, Mary, one of 4 freshmen, true freshmen that start in the Big Ten. And
they need these freshmen to step in and have a high impact. And obviously when Emily Fox leaves next year, they're going to need them to have even better numbers. But what a job by Fabiola in the early going, just taking it right at home. Scores from the left side. This time draws contact, scores, gets to the foul, or misses but gets to the foul line.
So Jostle with 3 early points. Coral Springs, Florida is home. Drops down 2.
I like the confidence that she's playing with early. An all-freshman backcourt for Illinois. And obviously it's the experience of Minnesota. That decision-making in the backcourt is going to be key for Illinois.
7 of the 9 points coming from that Illinois backcourt. As we roll up on 15 minutes to play in the first half. McCoy pops out straight away, and there's a turnover.
He's trying to hop to get into position to take that shot. Instead just hopped right into a travel. And again, the Minnesota offense just not working on all cylinders quite yet.
Is the blur of orange in the house making some issues for Minnesota?
I think it's more the blur of the white jerseys. Defensively, Illinois doing a very solid job.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. Clears it away out front. Simpson leaves it away. Smith gave it away. McCulley, 7 on the shot. Going to the big post player, trying to slide out of a double team, puts up a shot at the buzzer. And that's what's so tough about Jenna Smith. You know, she's saying, listen, I'm not gonna stay down. I'm keeping my composure, and she's done exactly that.
But once she gets out of the post and pops out here, they bring the double anyway, and she just has a hard time getting the ball in a position where she can do something with it. And that's a big double. When you bring Voigt to the basketball, just never any position to score.
Boy, hands are up. Deny. Fox gives it up. Buford stops, slides, holds the pivot. Plenty of time on the shot clock to Voigt. In-your-face defense by Illinois and forces a turnover by Minnesota. Well, both teams really up on their game defensively.
And we've seen Ellis Milan really going at it with Jenna Smith inside. The 2 of them played for 3 years AAU ball in Minnesota. And Ellis Milan yesterday had some great comments about, hey, we are terrific friends off the court, but when we are on the court together, it is on.
We step between the lines, forget it.
That's
Turnover,
right.
5th one committed by Illinois. Fox brings it into the front court, and then reaching in, McCulley picks up the foul. So McCulley picks up her first as you look at Minnesota's season. And Mary, explain this one. The first 9 off and running, 8-1 over the last 4, however. The offense stagnant. They kind of regrouped and found their game against Penn State Thursday night.
Well, 3 things really happened. 1, they played San Diego State, a team that has elevated their program from D2 to D1 and is now nationally ranked. They have done a tremendous job. You go to Iowa State. Bill Fennelly, as good a defensive coach as there is in the country, plays this matchup zone. They had trouble there. And then at Wisconsin, hey, Lisa Stone has got her team playing, the surprise team in the Big Ten Conference, and they just have run into an offensive rut.
Jenna Smith just had her 28th block of the season, missed a wide open shot up and over the backboard. And here comes Minnesota.
Transition D is key for Illinois because Minnesota really wants to push tempo.
Near steal by Illinois. Lacey Simpson up high for the tip. Now Buford on the wing. Straight away to Voigt. 12 on the shot clock. Both teams having to work the clock down low. Fox hanging on a pivot, puts up the shot, rims it out, and Illinois rebounds. Lacey Simpson brings it across midcourt. And they give it right back. Minnesota runs a 4. They got a 3-on-1. McCoy. Fox should have taken that shot, and then McCoy is denied by Simpson. Puts it up again. Ball's tipped, and the Illini have it. Fast break out front. It's a little showtime.
Minnesota goes from a 3-on-1. They don't get the layup. They don't get the score to nothing back on defense. And Fabiola Jostle putting on a show in the early going.
Listen, Mary, I've got to say it. So far, fabulous. Fabiola with 6 points to lead Illinois. Minnesota comes back, shot over the top. McCulley rebounds. And we have 12:20 on the first half clock. Boy, energized, this hometown crowd. McCulley looking for Smith on the post. Puts the ball on the floor, couple of bounces. There's that double team. Now Gordon has to hit that jump shot. Rims out, good look.
And that's really been the problem for Illinois in the half court this season, is when they kick it out, not the inability to knock down that 15-footer.
Minnesota 3 of 13 to start this game. They missed their last 5, and a turnover on that possession by Emily Fox. 11:52 to play. Opening half here in Champaign, Illinois, and the Fighting Illini leading Minnesota 11-7. Fabiola Jostle was 6 to lead Illinois, and we'll be back on CBS. Welcome back to Champaign, Illinois, and the hometown Fighting Illini leading Minnesota by a count of 11-7. And Mary, this is a very young team. We talk about 5 freshmen to get on the floor for Jolette Law. Only 7 years of Division I experience on this Illinois roster.
Yeah, it's a very young squad, and practice is all about teaching and trying to get this team to play together. Look where Illinois' roster comes from, all over the country. And their new recruits, 2 from Michigan, 2 Ohio, 1 Chicago, 1 from Illinois. So Jolette Law trying to really entrench herself in the Midwest, while at the same time taking advantage of all the options that she learned, all the recruiting she learned while at Rutgers for 12 years with C. Vivian Stringer. And the Illinois scoring, Smith, their leading scorer, their dominating scorer with just 2 points. The rest of the team leading the way. That's a positive for the Fighting Illini.
Minnesota 3 of 13 from the floor. As we're back to action, McCulley controls the dribble out front. And Kay Silva is on the court for Pam Borton.
We've got Zoe Harper in there as well now, trying to match up, getting some physical play in on Jenna Smith.
That ball came off the hand of Smith. They go back to Jostle. High floater. Shot bounces off the rim. And here comes Minnesota. Emily Fox held to just a 3-point shot here. A bucket by Voigt and a hoop by Ellis Milan. And that's it. 3 of 13 shooting for the Golden Gophers. Inside, Silva spins, dump it down low, baseline, shots away, and a foul.
The most success that Minnesota's had so far this morning is putting the ball on the floor, getting penetration, and getting the commitment from Smith, and then creating rotation for the shot inside.
Second whistle called on Lydia McCulley. And that puts Zoe Harper, the junior from Perth, Australia, at the free throw line and spins in the first.
Zoe Harper, a young woman who I really think is going to be a good one, had a terrific game. Season opener out at Stanford against the bigs out there. Jane Appel, Kayla Peterson did a terrific job.
Short on the second. Simpson jumps in. Macy Blinn on the court now for Jolette Law and the Illini. Jolson throws it out to Chelsea Gordon. Turnover. Fox takes it down the middle now, winds it out to the side on the wing. Straight away is Harper. Buford on the dump down inside.
Looking for Ellis Milan down low.
Buford. Great defense by Illinois. There's a tip ball. Picked up, 10 on the shot clock. Out front is Fox. Hanging out behind the three-point line. Dribble drive, goes baseline, and a foul. And a double dribble. Turned it over. Well, near the end of today's game, we'll select a Chevrolet player of the game from each team. In recognition of continued excellence on and off the court, Chevrolet will make a contribution to each university's general scholarship fund to support the development of new technologies and innovations. Blinn controls the dribble. Now, you got to be impressed. Both defensive denying both these teams. Outside shots going to be a big key, and that one comes off the rim by Simpson.
And they talk about defense being all about your feet, but both teams' hands have been so very active in getting pieces of the basketball, forcing turnovers.
Simpson may have come down and landed on that right ankle. She was in some pain when we talked to her yesterday. And Milan scores. Ellis Milan scores her second bucket.
I like that lineup with Harper and Ellis Milan, and you worked a little high-low action. If Harper can make good decisions, they're going to get good results.
Smith goes inside. There's that double team, denied with the left hand. Under 10 minutes to play in the first half. A 1-point Illinois lead.
Again, Minnesota not able to get anything in transition. And it is Harper and Jenna Smith getting physical down low.
Silva looks inside, goes to Fox. Out behind the three-point line. Tough pass, caught Buford. Back behind the arc. They go down low. Harper up and in. And Minnesota takes the lead now. They rally back to jump on top 12-11.
The key to that play is Zoe's Harper's ability to just drive Jenna Smith with the height and weight advantage a little bit higher and create the passing lane for her teammate.
Illinois started 3 of 4 from the floor. They have hit only 1 of their last 6 shots. And so far, Jenna Smith held at just 2 points. That ball again in and out. Buford tried to save it baseline. It's going to belong to Illinois.
And Zoe Harper low. The other thing she did so very well there after the catch is don't put the ball on the floor and really take it too far. Get the shot off. And we see her parents here from Australia. They arrived on Christmas Eve and they're staying for 3 weeks.
Hey, you make that trip, you better stay 3 weeks. You got to rest up the first week you come off the plane.
They don't have very heavy coats on. I'm concerned about the coats. It's cold here.
McCoy puts up a hand, swats it down. Turnover. Minnesota. Over the top. Ohm fires it out to Harper. Great rotation of that basketball. Short on the jumper is Fox.
Just pulling the string on that a little bit too much. Not really holding the follow-through.
Rebound was Rukavina. Another freshman out of Wheeling, Illinois.
I like the strategy by Pam Borton. Get the freshmen in, get their feet wet, so they can come back in the second half and feel good about themselves.
Off to Smith. Well, there's that double team deny. Baseline. She has to throw it out front. Jostle on the dribble drive, penetrates, puts up the shot.
Penetration just destroys defenses, and you see it, Fabiola Jostle putting it on the floor, and McCoy just jumping in and having create the contact and the foul on Brittany McCoy.
Her first out of Lincolnwood, Illinois. Boy, she's durable. Mary, 79th consecutive start in the Golden Gopher uniform.
A really interesting young woman, homeschooled till she went to high school. Just a tremendous mind. Going to go a long way in this world when she decides to give up basketball.
20 on the shot clock. Over the top. Jostle feeds down low. Nice pass. Smith. There's that double team. Tough shot. Left hand. Got it.
No doubt. Tough shot.
Boy.
Zoe Harper draped all over, and the strength to get the shot up.
Well, we asked her, and I go back to that point I tried to make earlier about her being frustrated, and she says, no, my dad told me, you got to keep your composure. You got to give her a lot of credit. She does exactly that. You never see her get upset. She stays very steady on the court, and it plays off to her teammates.
And it's just obvious every game as we see the 3 by Blinn.
Downtown. Second 3 ball hit by Illinois. Macy Blinn.
Just can't stress enough how much pressure this takes off Jenna Smith, because Pam Borton's got to decide, am I covering out on that and take away the double teams?
Boy, a year ago, Blinn's playing high school ball in Greenville, averaging over 22 points a ball game. Now she's on the big stage, national television, and just hit 3.
Talked to Jolette Law about her, said she's got to learn how to play D. Pretty solid there.
4 on the shot clock whistle. Shot is up, and a foul with 6:47 to play here in the first half. Smith muscles up 2 with the left hand. And then downtown goes Blinn. And Illinois retakes the lead by 4.
Tim Brando in New York in a game others are watching. LSU playing top-ranked UConn, and Allison Hightower putting on a show for the Lady Tigers. Here she gets 2 of her 9 points on the afternoon. They are tied against the #1 Huskies, 26 all. Let's get back now to Mary and Craig in Assembly Hall.
All right, thank you, Tim. As we look at the game summary, Illinois 16-12 over the Golden Gophers, 46% shooting, 5 blocks along the way, and the backcourt points playing big so far. They've hit 2 from outside.
They've done a great job, and it's the inexperienced backcourt of Illinois that is dominating the much more experienced Minnesota backcourt. And I think that Illinois should have a bigger lead, but those 7 turnovers have really taken great opportunities away from them.
Lacey Simpson, by the way, Mary, 4 of the 5 block shots by Illinois. She is stuffing the paint.
She has been dynamic defensively. We could feel that energy yesterday at practice coming from her.
Silva out front to Voigt. Fox is back on the court. Rolling around Jostle, shots off the rim, so Minnesota continues to have some shooting woes. There's a great steal, and Fox takes it up and in.
Just one of those players who's going to make a difference. If her shot's not going to find other ways to help her team out. So the extending full court pressure on Fabiola Jostle. Looking for the trap.
33rd steal by Fox, and it goes for two inside. Blinn got the bounce.
Outstanding recognition by Jocelyn. As that double came, she just lofted it to where the person came off to trap. 2 points underneath the basket.
Blinn 5 points, Mary, already over her season average of 4. And here we come with Illinois again. Jocelyn across the timeline. Down goes a... Oh, what a shot off the window. Macy Blinn is just red hot. 7 for Jolette Law off the bench.
Blinn with a little showtime here.
Fox now pushes up a shot, badly missed, save. And on the floor, they're digging out. Well, I tell you, they're fighting. This Big Ten basketball.
Just can't say enough about what confidence does to young players. Macy Blinn came here as a scorer, and she is showing us why. Very heads-up play. Her man left a double, so she takes the cut to the basket. Nice look. And here, the floater, Iverson-like.
She's hit 3 of her first 4. She was a scorer in high school, as you mentioned, over 22 points a ball game. Greenville High in Ohio. Buford, ball's blocked again. That's 6 swats by Illinois here in the first half.
That one by Chelsea Gordon. They are getting after it.
On the block, Smith throws it back out to Gordon. 19 on the shot as we roll up on 5 minutes to play. First half. Baseline J. Good looking shot. Bounces hard off the rim. I think Gina would take that shot anytime, any place.
It was a nice setup. They move her around so very well in their offensive flow.
Near steal by Blinn. Under 5 to play. Fox straight away. Now Buford looking inside of the post. And a turnover. Turnover, Minnesota. And coming up on AT&T at the half, Tim Brando and Schatz will get you caught up on today's action in women's college basketball. They'll preview game 2 of our doubleheader between 8th-ranked Tennessee and 15th-ranked Rutgers. And Ann will have a mid-season review. Stay tuned. That's coming up on AT&T at the half.
The great freshman of Tennessee, the terrific freshman from Rutgers, and 2 of the best coaches in the game.
7 giveaways now by Minnesota, 8 committed by Illinois. 4.5 to play. Up top goes Blinn. Red hot, fires a strike down low. Gordon, how about that assist? She's scoring, and she's seeing the floor.
She looked like Chad Pennington there. Just a dart.
But Chelsea Gordon, another freshman. One freshman to another.
And she's saying, Coach Law, you can't take me out.
Earning those minutes. It's a 22-14 Illinois lead. By far, one of the strongest halves of this season. And Mary, what's amazing, you look up the scoreboard, you see 22 points for Illinois. They scored a total of 38 Thursday night on this court against Wisconsin.
Yeah, when I saw the score, I thought it had to be a misprint of some type, but they just were not able to get anything going against Wisconsin offensively.
Fox goes baseline, kick out Buford, drains it for 2.
Great composure by the freshman. Take the open shot. She took her time. That's a big bucket for her team.
Hometown, St. Paul, Minnesota. Central High School, Kiara Buford.
Again, the support. We talked about it in the open. This is what Jenna Smith needs.
Ball's tipped out of bounds. Illinois would have it with 19 on the shot clock when we come back. The Fighting Illini fighting off Minnesota. Up by 6 on CBS. Welcome back to Assembly Hall in Champaign, Illinois, and the Fighting Illini leading Minnesota by 6. And Mary, let's revisit our AT&T in-game analysis.
Well, for Minnesota, run, don't walk. You can't run if you don't get missed shots coming. So with Illinois making shots at a 53% clip, you can't get out in transition. Offensively, Illinois is doing a very solid job. They need to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. Jenna Smith needs help. Boy, has she gotten help in this ballgame. Tremendous backcourt effort by the freshman of Illinois.
Yeah, Macy Blinn and Fabiola Jocelyn combining for 13 of the 22 Illini points here in the first half. $19 on the shot clock. Illinois basketball after the timeout. 3:44 to play before halftime.
And if you're Illinois, you really want to finish the half strong, so you're going in and feeling good about life. You don't want Minnesota to go on a run. So these next 3:36, very important for the young Fighting Illini.
Gordon takes a ball out front on the wing. Red-hot Blinn takes a shot with 3 on the shot. Bounces it hard off the iron, and Fox races out for the rebound.
But despite the miss, it was a good-looking shot, and I think it was a good decision by Macy Blinn.
McCoy. Out front is Fox. Leads the way with 5 points here in the first half for Minnesota. Fox goes to the baseline, and there's a whistle and a foul, and a reach in on Jostle. No, Katie Ohm comes in, 13-point average, and a red-hot shooter from outside, Mary, 46%. Both of her shots missed from outside the three-point line.
I mean, she's had games where she's made 7 of 11, 5 of 9, 6 of 12, and the last game against Penn State, 4 of 10 from three-point range. So much of it because of the defense of the Fighting Illini.
Buford, great shot, driving down the paint. And the freshman out of St. Paul drops down her second bucket, and it's a 22-18 Illinois lead.
So we've seen Buford take the foul line jumper there, shredding the defense with a little dribble drive.
Near steal by Fox. Blinn kicks it out. Lacey Simpson at the free throw line, and 2 shots coming for number 22. So McCoy, Brittany McCoy, that's her second personal.
What a job by Lacey Simpson in this first half. Blocking shots, playing defense, doing a lot of the little things. We talked to her yesterday after practice, and she said she was queen of the ice bath. Got into it after every practice because she just gets beat up because she's given 100% all the time.
She's the Big Ten leader in steals, Lacey Simpson, junior from Zion, Illinois.
She really understands she must score to help this Illinois team win games. Kay Silva comes in. She's a defensive dynamo. Came here as a junior college transfer, gives them a big lift off the bench.
And makes the second of 2, so Simpson's on the board, averaging 12 a ball game. Under 2.5 to play. McCoy out front. Playing catch with Silva. They're backing out, reset.
Zone defense by Illinois.
Buford in the corner. More patient. Over the top. Looking inside again. Denied. 4 on the shot, down to 3. Harper up against Smith, kicking out. Forces up the shot. Got it away as the... No, they're going to say that. The horn had sounded, so that's a turnover. And Illinois will have the ball with 2:05 to play.
Minnesota really needed Zoe Harper to recognize the time and situation, and she needed to get a shot off.
Silva with some backcourt pressure on Jostle. Into the front court. Gordon holds out to Blinn, skip pass, Simpson.
Clear out.
Well, that's a line drive shot, hard off the rim. And Minnesota covers up the rebound, coming the other way. Illinois up by 5. It goes out of bounds.
But even when Minnesota has the opportunity, you're not feeling a hard push offensively. That was a much slower bring up the floor, start your offense in the half court than a fast break set.
Ashley Ellis-Milan back on the court for Pam Borton. Trying to find the right combination, Mary. So far, she hasn't found one, yeah. Left-handed shot way outside. Good look by Voigt. And Illinois will have possession, 1:26 to play.
And how often do you see that when you're frustrated offensively, you start getting fouls because you're trying to go get offensive fouls, make something good happen.
The foul on Ellis-Milan, and her first. And Simpson trots across midcourt. She was really hard on herself, by the way, when we talked to her yesterday. She took full blame for the blowout against Wisconsin on Thursday night. Ball's picked off down the sideline. 2-on-2 as Silva really lost the dribble. Well, the crowd thought she double dribbled. No whistle as Buford now has it. Slides it down on the baseline. Inside, tough shot and a foul. And that will send Ellis-Milan to the free throw line.
One of the few times that Minnesota's been able to get it inside. The push ahead by Kay Silva, a little crossover. And
yeah.
You could see in the background Gillette saying, hey, when I was a point guard at Iowa, that was a turnover.
Free throw, good. 5 first-half points for Ashley Ellis-Milan.
Did her student teaching this past fall. Class of second graders, just really looking forward to being a teacher. Will get her degree after this year and will go to graduate school next year, her final season at Minnesota.
Timeout, Illinois. So timeout with 48 seconds to play, and Illinois with a 3-point lead. Tell you what, an incredible career for Jolette Law. You know, she was a 2-time All-Big Ten guard at Iowa, and then off to the Harlem Globetrotters. 90 to 94. Yeah, the flat top. Only female team member at the time. She completed, Mary, 3 worldwide tours with the team. She said, you know what, life has been good to me. She's been everywhere. Like Johnny Cash's song, I've been everywhere, man.
That's exactly right.
That's Jolette Law.
Talked to her about who her mentors were and said, you know, Sylvia Hatchell at North Carolina, one of the reasons why they went back out and played North Carolina, played them very well. Of course, Pat Summitt at Tennessee, someone she really talks to and looks up to. And of course, without a doubt, C. Vivian Stringer at Rutgers, who she worked for so many years and played for at Iowa.
Mary, a lot of support here with Illinois' coaching staff. I'm talking football and men's basketball.
Ron Zook,
yeah, she gave a lot of praise to the men's program and also what the football programs brought her, showing her how just to melt a team atmosphere together.
Very much a family approach here at Illinois on the men's and the women's side.
7 on the shot clock. Baseline, tough shot, blocked away out of bounds by Voigt. So Illinois will have 4 on the shot with 26 seconds to play in the first half.
And a little more physical approach by Minnesota on that defensive possession by Voigt, the freshman.
Jostle set to inbound to Gordon. Shot clock to 3, pops it from downtown, off the rim. And that ball is loose. Minnesota covers it up and will play for the final shot. And now you see Pam Borton calling for a timeout. She wants to set up that final shot.
And she quickly gets Emily Fox checked in, so you can be sure that one of the first options will be Emily Fox coming off a single or a double or a couple of staggers.
He's got it.
Well, Mary, back in 2004, Pam Borton led the 7th-seeded Golden Gophers to the Mid-East Regional Final, taking on Duke. All-American Lindsay Whalen scored 27. Janelle McCarvold added 20, plus 18 rebounds. And Minnesota defeated Duke 82-75. By the way, it was the first Final Four appearance in school history. She's had great success, in fact, averaging 22 wins this season and also making 3 stops in the Sweet 16.
They were a Cinderella team, went to New Orleans, and I'll tell you, a lot of Minnesota fans got some late tickets down to New Orleans and were rocking the house down on Bourbon Street. Those folks knew how to have a good time. Lindsay Whalen stopped by practice a little bit after the holidays and practiced with the team. And a lot of these ladies were in 7th and 8th grade when Lindsay was doing so many good things for Minnesota.
McCoy walks it across into the front court, under 10 to play. Down to 8, down to 7. Voigt denied, trying to roll the shoulder, going baseline. Tough shot, double team. McCoy at the buzzer. And Illinois owns a 3-point lead at the break. 1 half complete here at Assembly Hall. Illinois 23-20 over Minnesota. We now go to Tim Brando in New York.
Thanks, Craig. Coming up on AT&T at the half, we'll get you caught up on all of today's action. Plus, Ann Schatz has her midseason women's college hoops review after this message and a word from your local station. Hi, everybody, and welcome to AT&T at the half. I'm Tim Brando with the score in Champaign. Illinois leading Minnesota 23-20. I'd like to welcome Ann Schatz to Studio 43. Happy New Year to you. And you know what? Illinois had been struggling. They needed to play well at home, and they have.
Boy, absolutely. I mean, they bring Minnesota into the house saying, hey, we're 0-3 in conference play. We got to get well in a hurry. Let's get that win and get the Big Ten season started right.
All right, getting you caught up on other action today. Our other game on CBS, LSU and top-ranked Connecticut. You know, Van Chancellor's team's been taking it right to the rack against the Huskies.
How about it? I mean, you're in Hartford, folks. Top-ranked UConn, and I'll tell you, Dunning and the rest of those freshmen, they're not intimidated at all. Now, LSU's defense forces a bunch of 3 attempts.
Yep.
Maya Moore, happy to accommodate. Here comes UConn.
41-33, they're up out of 8. Of course, LSU lost all of that talent from a year ago. Georgia and Virginia. Charlottesville last night. Georgia took a 1-point lead. Portia Phillips converted this nice entry pass for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, but Virginia says we've got Lendra Littles, and we've got the and one, and we've got the rally and the win.
62-60 the final there. Notre Dame and Seton Hall, a matchup of a couple of 11-1 teams. Irish with the lead, and last night Stanford having to come from 14 down beats Arizona State, and Cal rolls against Arizona. Well, a reminder, Game 3 of our triple hitters men's action as North Carolina State takes on Florida at 4 Eastern. But up next, it's Game 2. It's a women's matchup between number 8 Tennessee and number 15 Rutgers. And the player that Pat Summitt has her eye on is Epiphany Prince of the Scarlet Knights.
Well, and why not? Epiphany Prince is absolutely one of the best backcourt kids, but I'll tell you, she solidified her greatness last year, but that's because Mattia Ajavon was setting her up at the point guard spot. Well, she's graduated, so now Epiphany Prince is part of that point guard by committee deal, and I'll tell you, the scoring's been down a bit.
For rebuilding Tennessee, Angie Bjorklund is the only returning player with experience as a starter.
Yeah, but Bjorklund is so good. They say, hey, listen, we need you to score more. Pat Summitt is putting that on her shoulders. 6-foot sophomore, last year's SEC Rookie of the Year. More than happy to oblige. That back injury seems to be in check. Boy, I'll tell you, she is so important for this young Tennessee club.
Angie's hoping to help Pat get ever closer to that 1,000 wins mark.
Well, yeah, I mean, you talk about one. Are you kidding me? 1,000 wins, yeah, but Jody, C. Vivian Stringer, Sylvia Hatchell also in rarefied air. But we got to have a shout out to Kay Yao, the great coach for North Carolina State. She's missed the last 3 games, battling that reoccurrence of breast cancer. And I'm telling you, Tim, we use the word heroes an awful lot and kind of flippantly, but she is absolutely one of my heroes, one of the game greats. Let's get her back on the sidelines.
Absolutely, I concur. We send out our best wishes for that speedy recovery and hope to see her back soon on the sidelines. Time for a quick break. We'll be back with Ann's midseason review when AT&T at the half continues.
Is sponsored by Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste and 0 calories. Valkyrie, now playing only in theaters. And by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV.
Halftime in Champaign, Illinois, and the Fighting Illini up on top of Minnesota, 23-20. Craig Volerchak, Mary Murphy. Hope you enjoyed the first half. And Mary, you break it down, really one of the stronger first halves by Illinois. 43% shooting. They put 23 on the board. However, Minnesota has a way of fighting back in a hurry. They got a very potent offense. They probably feel very fortunate they're only down 3.
Yeah, I think if you're Minnesota, you're in a great position. Your best players have not played their best, and there's a lot of good basketball left out there. And I think Jenna Smith's another key. Will she continue to sort of play a secondary role, or will she step into the limelight here in the second half?
As we look at the Coke Zero first half stats, field goal percentage, of course, a big key. Illinois has had some struggles there, 43% at the half.
And a big key for Minnesota was they got 6 offensive boards, and despite the fact that they didn't shoot the ball very well, those additional shots helped them keep it a little closer.
So Illinois with the ball up by 3 as we start the second half. So far, fans having a good time packing the hall. Sea of orange. Sitting in the stands as Simpson hands back to Jossel. Jossel with a 6-point first half. Blinn, the hot hand, was 7 off the bench. Chelsea Gordon slings it up in the paint. Oh, wow, what a way to start the second half. Gordon drops down her second bucket. Only a 22% shooter from the floor. Has 4 points in this game.
Yeah, she has struggled this year, down considerably from a year ago. But boy, Gillette Law talked about putting the ball on the floor, penetrating here defensively, trying to make something happen.
McCoy goes baseline, left-handed shot goes up and in. And so the backcourt, the starting backcourt for Minnesota, scores her first 2 of this game after going 0 for 7 in the first half between Ohm and McCoy.
Yeah, Ohm averages 13 a game. Fox averages 13 plus 4.5 per ball game. 2 players along with McCoy that need to get it going.
Smith nearly dropped it, picks it up against her old friend, Ella Smilin. On the dribble drive. Ball is stripped away, picked back up. Blinn fires from way downtown. That ball kicks off the iron, rebounded by Minnesota. Minnesota likes to run the court. That ball is batted out of bounds. Well, topic before the tip. Look at Ohms. As you mentioned, scoreless in the first half, averaging 13, Mary. Fox, 5 points, 4 turnovers. And Smith, who is a double point threat every time she's on the court, held at just 4 points in the first half of play.
And Ohm only took 2 shots. Didn't knock down either one.
Both from behind the 3-point line. Out of bounds, turnover. That's been another key in this ball game. Minnesota's given the ball away, and that's now 9 turnovers committed by Minnesota.
Yesterday at practice, Illinois drilled on defense for about an hour and a half. I mean, every possible situation, and you can see their execution today. High efficiency.
Simpson looking for a cutter inside. Controls the dribble out front. Gordon picked up, backs it out inside. There's that double team. Quickly they find Jenna Smith, and they're going to jump it.
The double turned into a triple.
Yes.
Turned into a scrum.
We'll start the new year off right with TV's #1 comedy, 2.5 minutes, Monday on CBS, America's most watched network.
So let's see if Minnesota can feed off the fine defense and create some energy on the offensive end.
Voigt holds it out front. Fox stops and goes, trying to spin it down the paint. Tough shot, short off the rim. Battle for the rebound. It's won by Minnesota. Voigt had a great look. It comes off the rim and into the front court comes Jostle.
Good decision. Nothing there. Pulls it back out.
Simpson to Blinn. She'll fire the shot and a foul. Blinn will go to the free throw line. Well, you see how quickly Jenna Smith was able to catch and push that ball back out into the behind the three-point line.
But Blinn did not wait for the defense to recover out. She was into her scoring mentality, and the confidence is just oozing from this young woman from Greenville, Ohio.
Was Blinn's at the line, 50% shooter on the season, 4 of 8 from the line.
An interesting story, Blinn. The kid committed to Illinois when Teresa Grentz was still the coach here. Teresa Grentz, terrific coach, retires, moves back east, and Blinn keeps her commitment and comes and plays for Jolette Law. Doesn't happen very often.
Makes his second of 2. Macy Blinn leading Illinois with 8 points, all coming off the bench. And the Illini up by 4. McCoy, good look from downtown. Missed that shot. Rebound inside, up and in. It was not a block out on the weak side, and the Golden Gophers get an easy deuce.
It's been a problem for Illinois. That's the 7th offensive rebound for Minnesota, and it has turned into their bread and butter.
So Ohm scores her first 2 of the ball game. And we played 3 minutes, second half. Turnover, Ohm running out to Fox. Nearly overthrew her. She saves it. Bounce pass inside McCoy. Slips and slides. That ball's off the rim, and Illinois is racing back the other way. In transition. In traffic, ball stripped. Saved. And now Illinois, I'm sure, just going to settle down a little bit.
We'll let Jenna Smith gather herself a bit. She's like a magnet. Boy, when she gets the ball, purple or maroon jerseys just attack her.
10 on the shot clock. Jostle to Smith and a push.
Talk so much about Jenna Smith and what she does on the offensive end, but a tremendous defender as well. Shot goes up, Jenna Smith straight up and doesn't create contact. That takes a certain kind of athletic ability, a little bit of elegance and finesse to just get up there and tap that thing away.
Side out, 30 on the shot, Simpson out front. Jostle picked up by Emily Fox. Out front, Macy Blinn, shot clock to 17, starting away. Well, they are just denying the ball inside of Jenna Smith. Shots off the rim, ball's tipped. Golden Gophers have it, reset to Fox over the top. Count it. Katie Ohm starting to warm up, maybe. Couple of buckets here to start the second half. Minnesota takes the lead, 27-26 on CBS. Back inside Assembly Hall, Champaign, Illinois, and Minnesota. That last shot by Katie Ohm was reviewed. It's a 3-point bucket. That shot over the top, and the toes just behind the white line.
And a little bit of confusion this year because the men have moved their line back. Ohm certainly within range from the women's line, but a lot of coaches have talked to us this season about the confusion. Their players oftentimes shooting from behind the men's line because their footwork, that's visually where you go to that last line. But Ohm knocks it down and suddenly is back in the scoring column here in the second half.
So a 4-point opportunity, and Ohm makes the most of it. Hits the 3, hits the free throw, and all of a sudden a 6-point second half. And just over 4 minutes into the second half in Champaign.
Out of that timeout, Minnesota very aggressive, trapping Illinois on the way up the court. It's a big possession for Illinois. You want to come back and answer.
McCulley holds out front. Off to Simpson in the corner is Blinn.
Need to do a better job of finding the passing angle into Jenna Smith. They haven't solved that puzzle yet.
Shot clock to Simpson, takes it with one. Got it! Oh, big shot. Down the barrel by Lacey Simpson.
She told us yesterday, I need to take those big shots and make them, and she did it there.
Now her point production is up from a year ago. Nearly 5 points a ball game. Minnesota could not answer. It goes out of bounds.
Lacey Simpson, 6'1", out of Zion, Illinois, needed every bit of her length here to get that up, but really understanding time and situation, there were no options except shoot the ball.
And we're tied at 28. You said, hey, can Illinois answer the call? Yes, they did, with 1 on the shot clock. Now Blinn holds behind the three-point line straight away. Inside, boy, it's tough going for Smith. Oh, banked it. Beautiful shot. Nicely done. Jenna Smith, 6 points on 3 buckets.
But just so much better timing on the cut. They get the ball into her, and then she's able to make the move.
Smith, double figures, 22 straight games. She's going to have to work hard to get there. His own fires from downtown. Jostle trying to fight off Voigt. Back inside Fox. Ball is stripped out of bounds. It'll be Illinois basketball. Tuesday on CBS, see why critics are crazy about the mentalists and are under Simon Baker's spell. Don't miss a new episode. It's Tuesday on CBS, America's most watched network.
Illinois goes down and comes right back with the answer.
Jostle out front to Blinn. As Simpson holds, looking for an inside cutter. They found one. That ball is hit and tipped, but a foul. Macy Blinn took a seat in the paint.
Very active zone by Minnesota on this possession. Looks man, and once they come out and get the basketball, they back in.
And now Ellis Milan, Mary picks up her 3rd.
That's a big foul for Minnesota.
Stays on the court, inbound out front.
No move to put a sub in quite yet by Pam Borton.
Simpson looks inside, leaves it out for Smith. She's now become the passer, finds Blinn.
Surprised they're not trying to get it right into her and get that 4th foul on Ellis Milan.
She'll pop out. Puts up the shot, short on the jumper. And a battle out of bounds, last touch by Minnesota. How about that? They take her off the block, Mary, and she goes outside to try to shoot a long deuce.
She's taking more of those this year than she has in the past, but just 3 of 15 coming into the season as Pam Borton makes the move, and Ashley Ellis Milan will sit with those 3 personal fouls. Katie Ohm sits as well.
Zoe Harper checks in. Buford back in for Minnesota. Illinois got lucky there as that ball
sure
went over the top of Smith, caught by Jostle. McCulley between her legs. In traffic, hangs on a pivot, tough shot. Oh! Hey, little globetrotter. You see, learn that from Jolette Law?
There's showtime. But again, the pass out of the double team, the rotation, the hang time. And now the defense by Illinois.
Illinois 2-on-1. Blinn backside off the window. Got it.
The no-look by Simpson. The Illinois bench is up, and they are ecstatic.
10 points, double digits off the bench for Macy Blinn, the freshman answering the call here. 34-28 Illinois. And the circus shot by McCulley.
Getting up and getting this big crowd going.
In Hartford, let's get you back now to Champaign, Craig and Mary.
And Tim got a good one here in Champaign, 34-28. The Illini, Mary, on an 8-0 run over the last 220.
And they've just been able to reassert themselves defensively, force turnovers, get a little up-tempo going. And again, the rest of the team, just a great supportive game. And Jenna Smith has really yet to have an opportunity. Not a whole lot of touches so far.
13 minutes to play. Silva controls the dribble up against the freshman, Macy Blinn. Jostle picks her up. Silva on the dribble drive out to McCoy. 7 on the shot clock. McCoy goes left hand inside of the paint. Follow away Jay short. And the rebound, Illinois.
Illinois in zone does a much better job on the offensive boards, not allowing Minnesota to secure one.
McCulley with the dribble. Drops it to Simpson.
Zoe Harper, talk about physical denial defense. Body checks. Like she was playing for the Canadian hockey team.
Harper picks up her first. Under 12.5 to play. Smith with just 6 points. McCulley, she'll take the shot, bangs it, try to follow up, and the rebound of Minnesota.
McCoy trying to push some tempo, trying to get something easy at the other end.
Just a bucket thus far in this ball game. 0 for 5 in the first half. They go inside. Zoe, hook shot, high off the glass, and the rebound, Illinois. Here comes Lacey Simpson.
Smith running hard.
Inside, tough shot. Oh, it rolls off.
Boy, the timing had to be perfect on that because she was at full steam when she got that pass.
And Mary, I thought she kind of shot that ball underneath the basket. That's a tough one to throw down.
No doubt. Zone once again by Illinois. Harper trying to get big on the back of that zone, showing target.
McCoy puts it on the floor around Jostle. Shot is away, no. Short, battle for the rebound, and it's out of bounds. Timeout on the floor, 11:27 to play. Buckle up, we're coming back to Champaign.
CBS Sports coverage of NCAA women's basketball is sponsored by the new AT&T. Your world delivered. Reese's, perfect. And by State Farm, proud partner of the NCAA basketball tournament. Call, click, or visit and start saving today.
And welcome back inside Assembly Hall, and Illinois with a 34-28 lead on Minnesota. And coming up, it's more women's basketball on CBS as 8th-ranked Tennessee takes on 15th-ranked Rutgers. Then it's the men's turn as North Carolina State takes on Florida. It's right here on CBS Sports, home of the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Backcourt points, 24-13, Illinois, 34-28 lead.
It's really an area we thought Minnesota would dominate.
Oh, out of the timeout, hits from downtown.
There's a lot of hard talking going on in that Minnesota timeout, and the guards were really chatting it up with each other, and Ohm came out gunning.
Ohm now 2 of 5 from behind the three-point line. 46% shooter, blend backdoor. Or like to have that shot back, just overshot it up high.
Boy, just what you'd expect from someone playing from the Hoosier State. Beautiful backdoor cut, can't get the finish.
McCoy controls the dribble. Fox, she'll launch it from outside. Chase down to the corner, and it goes out of bounds off Minnesota.
Katie Ohm, 46% three-point shooter. That's from beyond the men's line. Just drains it.
The 2005 Miss Basketball of Minnesota, Elgin, Minnesota hometown. And a foul, whistle, Zoe. So Zoe picks up her second.
An amazing statistic. Illinois this season, the entire team, 47 threes. Katie Ohm, 42. It's got to find a way to win. And Illinois, it is not with the three-pointer.
Illinois with the ball up by 3. Over the top of the corner, and a little hitch on the giddy-up. McCulley turns it over. Just a little quick on the first step.
This is an Illinois team that had North Carolina down by 9 in the second half. They did a tremendous job defensively in that ball game. They were up 32-23 at one point, the largest deficit the Tar Heels had seen all season up to that point. And North Carolina came back to win that 68-59. Number 2 North Carolina. They are a very fine team. Illinois played them very tough.
You know, Jolette Law told us yesterday, bottom line, I need 40 minutes for my ball club. Have yet to see 40 minutes of basketball. She got 37 against North Carolina, but came up short. Fox lost it. That ball is loose, picked up by Jenna Smith. And the 12th giveaway by Minnesota, and that equals 2 on the other end. What a ball game Macy Blinn has put together. 7 in the first half, 5 here in the second. Harper out front.
You know, she made that first shot, and since then her confidence has just grown and grown.
On the block, Ellis Milan got it.
That is Minnesota Golden Gopher basketball. A little bit of power ball down low. 3 personal fouls, no options but to put Ellis Milan back in the game.
You notice she has that wrap around her right shoulder, but told us, listen, no problems. It did pop out on her, but they've been working on it in the weight room to try to strengthen that shoulder, and she's having herself a good ball game.
Illinois playing at North Carolina. It was actually in Myrtle Beach. It was a sensational game for Illinois. Couldn't quite pull out the victory. Jenna Smith was terrific in this game and led until the 10:55 mark of the second half.
Harper whistled for that foul, Mary. That's her 3rd. Then it puts Smith at the free throw line. Smith 77% on the season. High arcing shot drops. I mean, she spends a lifetime on the free throw line because of her post play. She's taken now 75 free throws on the season.
She mentioned to us yesterday at practice that Jolette Law had taken the practice clothes away from them a couple of weeks ago, and one thing she hates to do is laundry, and thank goodness her mother was in town from Minnesota and was at the laundromat as we were sitting at practice taking care of some laundry business.
Yeah, they've not had practice uniforms since early December. As you mentioned, the loss to Bradley, and Jolette Law just simply is trying to do this. Let's bring back the pride. And you have to wonder after this game if those practice jerseys won't come back.
Well, I'm sure the players will appreciate it quite a bit, because doing laundry in college, not one of the top 10 things you want to do with your free time.
You have to have a pocket full of quarters, don't you?
Exactly, too.
7 on the shot clock, McCoy. She'll reset straight away. Shot clock to 4. McCoy on the dribble drive. High floater, blocked away. Well, what a great job. Lacey Simpson with her 5th block. Breakaway to Smith underneath, and now they're going to jump it. Great hustle on the other end. Emily Fox was able to force a jump.
She's just been a one-woman wrecking crew inside, whether it's the right hand or the left. Lacey Simpson with her 5th block of the game.
On the inbound. And a whistle. And a push-off and an offensive foul on Smith. And for up-to-the-minute sports news, real-time scores, outspoken writers, exclusive video, and award-winning fantasy sports, go to CBSSports.com.
You get 5 blocks at 6'1" and not to be in any kind of foul trouble. What a presence by Lacey Simpson inside.
Well, Mary, she also leads the Big Ten in steals. Explain that, too, at 6'1". She's everywhere.
Yeah, she just has great sense of ball rotation and where it's coming and where it's going.
That ball was blocked.
Give her another one.
Unbelievable. Or was that Chelsea Gordon? She was there as well.
It's not like the NFL where you get a half a sack.
No. You either get it or you don't. 8:05 on the clock. 37-33 Illinois. Blinn on the lob. Great pass inside. That's where you have to put it. Beautifully done. Smith scores her 9th point. And all of a sudden, that lead now is back up to 6, 39-33. And Mary, Illinois just surpassed their entire game total against Wisconsin on Thursday night. 39-33. Timeout with 7:42 to play. It's been a block fest for Lacey Simpson.
She has been on fire. 5 in this game. It's been a difference maker. Great elevation. Right hand, left hand. It doesn't matter. Lacey Simpson.
Tim here in Champaign, Illinois, 39, Minnesota 33. Mary, look at the shooting, 48.5% by the Illini, and in the second half, over 58% from the floor.
Yeah, they have been high efficiency. They're doing a much better job of taking care of the basketball. And again, the backcourt scoring. We expected Minnesota to be lighting it up from beyond the arc. That has not been the case. The defensive presence of Illinois right now carrying the day.
Boy, Fox struggling. She's at the line. 2 of 11 from the floor. Over 13 points a game today, 5, and make it 6. Well, every day is a race against the clock for a team of cops who risk their lives to save others. Don't miss the season premiere of Flashpoint. It's Friday on CBS, America's most watched network. Well, Fox drops 2. And that cuts Illinois' lead, Mary, down to 4, 39-35. Chasing it down to the backcourt, trying to save it, and it is out of bounds. Last touch by Illinois. The crowd disagrees. I thought Fox had a finger on it as it went out of bounds. And now they switch it away, coming back the other way.
You like to see that. The refs have a conversation and get the call right. Emily Fox trying to make her point. It may have been off Fabiola Jostle as well.
Rolling up on 7 minutes to play. It's a 39-35 Illinois lead. 0-3 in Big Ten play, looking for their first win. On the cutback, nicely done inside. Wow, Blinn, 14 off the bench.
You talk about high basketball IQ. They are starting to deny Blinn because of the three-pointer, so she takes him a step higher, goes backdoor, great read with the pass.
41-35 Illinois. Contact in the lane, and that whistle will be on Lacey Simpson, number 22.
Now, if you grew up in Indiana, you got to learn how to go backdoor, and Macy Blinn does a terrific job of it there. Clean shot, and that's what you do when you roll Jenna Smith out of that paint. It's going to open things up for the backdoor cut.
Blinn has more than tripled her season output. Average 4 points a game. She's at 14 off the bench.
Career high was 10. Her high this year, 10 against Temple.
Spinning, hanging, tough shot. Down she goes. Nice move by Buford.
Just willed that ball in.
Last season, Central High School as a senior, Mary, 17 points, 3 steals, and 3 rebounds. Ball's tipped, turnover. Minnesota trying to get right back into this game. Here comes Fox. Stops, pushes it up, rattles in for 2.
And maybe that kind of a play along with the free throws will sort of loosen things up for Emily Fox.
9-point game. And the hometown crowd getting a little restless, all dressed in orange. Jostle controls the dribble as we roll up on 6 minutes to play.
Picked it up really early.
Off to Smith. She'll put it on the floor. Look at that. 4 Golden Gophers on top of her. Jump shot. Strong off the rim. Rebound to Simpson. And a fresh shot clock. Jostle. Baseline J on the way. In and out. Oh, good look by Smith. And again, Illinois crashing the boards. Offensive rebounds a big key here in the second half.
Lacey Simpson doing everything in this game but put up big numbers. Jostle throwing off Emily Fox's hand in the defensive position.
Smith now goes out front, just torn the three-point line. She'll put the ball on the floor. Hang it up, left-handed shot. One bounce and down. Oh, she got the spin and the roll. That's 11 for Smith. And for the 23rd time in a row, double figures for Jenna Smith.
Not many 6'3" women in this country can put it on the floor and make a shot like that. Very talented.
Big bucket, 43-39. Back inside. The Minnesota counters right back.
Fox is coming alive. You can just feel it. Her energy is much, much better. Keeps looking up at that scoreboard, very aware of what her team needs.
Fox now with 11. Katie Ohm with 9. It's a 2-point ball game here in Champaign. Jostle out front, Blinn. Left-hand dribble. Out to the corner, 3-point shot on the way. Bounces strong. And it's last touch by Simpson. Minnesota basketball.
Jenna Smith on the possession where she scores. Ellis Milan doing a great physical job, but just the kick away, create some space, that strong left hand. Just get it up and get the rim to help you out with the make.
Foul was whistled on Simpson, her 3rd. 4.5 to go. Buford straight away.
They're trying to post Ohm up down low.
Fox, up goes the shot, and the rebound backside. Ellis Milan. Buford, count it. And we're tied at 43 with a free throw to come.
In a game where Minnesota has not shot the ball well, the ability to get second shots, drive it in there, hang time, lean in. The freshman has come up big, and Foxy, way to go, rookie.
When they break this game down, Mary, Jolette Law, Pam Borton, offensive rebounds, 13 now for Minnesota, only 6 on the offensive side for Illinois.
Just no doubt about it. When you don't shoot the ball well, if you get after it and get some more opportunities and you can tack that on against your opponent, really a difference maker.
And second chance points, a 12-4 advantage for Minnesota. And all of a sudden the Golden Gophers are right back in this game. Now the question is, Mary, Illinois have another run in them. There's that double team on the block. They go out front to Gordon, tripped, and a foul. Whistle will be on Silva. Minnesota owns the lead of 44-43, under 4 to play in Champaign. And Minnesota on the road. They've rallied back to take a 44-43 lead on Illinois. 3:57 left to play. And make sure you stay tuned. Coming up next here on CBS, 8th-ranked Tennessee women taking on 15th-ranked Rutgers. And then later on, it's the men's turn as the Wolfpack of North Carolina State will take on the Gators from Florida. Billy Donovan and company. Well, Mary, here's a question. Illinois has answered each time Minnesota has taken the lead. They're going to have to do it one more time.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I think their tendency will be to get it to Jenna Smith, but of late, the forced double team has created turnovers. So will they look elsewhere? Because everyone in the perimeter has done a terrific job for Illinois. Gillette Law last year lost so many close games, and as we talked about yesterday, Minnesota has not been in a close game yet this season.
Gordon to the line for the Illini, 1-1.
So Gordon's at the line to shoot 1-1. Good shot. Well, they're tougher down late, aren't they, Mary?
They really are, especially when your player hasn't shot the ball a whole lot. You look at Blinn on the bench. What a lift she has given this team, having a career day.
One more. Gordon made the first, missed the second. And the rebound to Ellis Milan. Minnesota making 6 of their last 10 from the floor. We're tied at 44. And under 4 minutes to play. McCoy winds up, lets it fly. Voigt crashes a rebound and grabs an offensive board.
Another offensive rebound and second opportunity for Minnesota. This has just been the gravy for them in this game.
McCoy swings it out. Fox has a shot off the rim. And the rebound finally cleared away by the Illini.
Beautiful set. They ran Emily Fox off a stagger on that weak side. She had an open look, but again, it does not go down.
And Mary, this is where you have to feed off the hometown, to pack the whole day crowd. And it's packed inside here. A sea of orange. And a 44-all game.
Comes into Smith, and she kicks out.
Gordon, tough catch. 5 on the shot clock. They go outside. They're trying to post up. Now Simpson takes a shot, just got it away. No, she did not.
But you can see no one else really looking for the shot. It was all about getting it into Jenna Smith. Once she couldn't get the shot off, then the shot clock became their enemy.
2:50 on the clock. McCoy.
Interesting. Ohm not in the ball game. Buford is. A little more penetration ability.
Fox straight away backs it out with 10 on the shot clock. Makes her move with the left hand. Out front, they go down low. Tough pass caught by Ellis Milan.
That's what a confident, experienced team can do. Plenty of confidence in the freshman making this inside pass. High-low, dip your shoulder. Ellis Milan, great power. Drive in for the foul.
And 4 whistles now on Simpson. Ellis Milan, St. Paul. That's a big miss.
It is.
4 fouls on Simpson.
And a whale of a game on the defensive end.
5 block shots along the way, 11 rebounds and 3 assists. And a timeout call by Minnesota after the make by Ashley. That's 9 for Ellis Milan. 2:26 to play. It's a 1-point ball game here in Champaign. 45-44. Well, the Big Ten championship a year ago, 9th-seeded Illinois was tied with Purdue under 10 seconds to play, and Kiki Freeman rebounded her own miss and hit the game-winning jumper at the buzzer. And that win, Mary, gave the Boilermakers the victory and an automatic bid at the NCAA tournament. You know what Illinois has done? They've tried to use that moment as their motivational tool for this season. You have to finish each and every game. And if you would go back and talk to Jolette Law right now, the head coach, yeah, you've got to play not 37 or 39 minutes. You got to play full 40 to win ball games, especially in Big Ten play.
No doubt about it. And they beat Wisconsin, Ohio State, Michigan State, and lost to Purdue by 2 on 4 straight days, no rest. It was an amazing run.
Minnesota picks up the defensive pressure.
I like the substitution, getting Blinn back in the game, another confident offensive player on the floor.
Jostle, as we roll up on 2 minutes to play. It's a 1-point Minnesota lead on the road. They go to Smith. There's that double team. Now she looks to kick it back out, and she does to Gordon. Behind the three-point line, 6 on the shot clock. Down to 4, shot from the corner. Oh, huge shot. Fabiola, Jostle. First points of the second half.
And I will guarantee you, Joylette Law said, you must take the open shot, Fabiola. And she did.
A 2-point bucket. It's a 46-45 Illinois lead. Baseline, it's fed back out to Buford. Slides in between 2 defenders and scores the bucket. Timeout, Pam Borton in Minnesota.
So for Illinois, shot clock running down. We've seen this scenario before. No hesitation by the freshman on the baseline shot. Not looking to Jenna Smith for the bailout. Knocks down the big one.
Close games this season, and Mary, there's been plenty for the Fighting Illini. You see a win by 4 over Eastern Illinois, overtime loss in Montana, a 2-point loss at South Dakota State. You win by 2 at Milwaukee, and then it's a 3-point loss on the road at Penn State.
So it's a very young team. Joylette Law was in a ton of close games a year ago. For a young coach, she has been in the frying pan plenty of times in these types of situations.
Possession arrow pointing to Minnesota. You know, it's interesting because all the coaches around the country, no matter what level, young players have to learn how to win, especially in crunch time. And it's crunch time now in Champaign. With the ball down by 1. Illinois. Jostle. Off to Simpson.
Continue to look for Smith down low.
There she is.
Double.
She'll spin it inside. Tough shot, left hand short. And the rebound of Minnesota.
Just forcing Smith to shoot over you. Don't allow her to turn the corner or get in an angle for the foul.
Now, Illinois needs a stop. Bottom line, Minnesota's going to use some clock. We're rolling up on a minute to play.
Zoned by Illinois.
Illinois looking for their first Big Ten win. Minnesota 1-1 on the season in conference play. Big possession. Fox backs it out. 6 on the shot clock. Down to 4. Down to 3 in the corner. On the way. Buford got it.
And it's Buford in the game, not Katie O, but who knocks down the 3? The freshman Buford.
14 for Buford off the bench, and Mary 10 of the 14 in the second half.
And she's a 35% three-point shooter as well on the bench, feeling it. No time for anything to happen but shoot the 3 and make it. She does. Beautiful form extension, and that's what's going to be open in the back of that zone.
So Minnesota with the lead, and our Chevrolet Scholarship Program MVPs, Emily Fox, 11 points for Minnesota, found her game late. And how about Macy Blinn off the bench with 14, 6 of 10 shooting, and in recognition of continued excellence on and off the court, Chevrolet will make a contribution to each university's general scholarship fund to support the development of new technologies and innovations. That's it, Buford shot. We may have to give her player of the game for Minnesota. 14 off the bench for the freshman.
She's been great. Minnesota, you check out the game reset. They have no timeouts. If they have trouble inbound the basketball, any type of situation where there's indecision, they cannot call timeout. Joylette Law and her young team, they've got plenty. Well, we've seen some special performances out of a couple of freshmen. Buford from Minnesota, Blinn, and the whole backcourt for Illinois. The worst-case scenario for Illinois was for Minnesota to make a 3 and extend it to 4.
Jostle back behind the three-point line, kick it out straight away. Blinn, floater, got it. Well, they go right to the freshman. 16 for Macy Blinn.
I think they have a new starter in the backcourt in Macy Blinn.
It's a 2-point ball game.
Illinois at this point not looking to foul.
Mary, 2 seconds separating shot and game clock.
It is not much. Now the decision to foul as Jostle looking straight at Joylette Law, but boy, they let a lot of time run off that clock.
That's 2 on Jostle. And you put at the line now Emily Fox. 80% from the free throw line on the season. And 2 for 2 today. One more.
Minnesota, it's just a smart way to go. Make sure the ball is in your best free throw shooter's hand when that foul comes.
Senior from Highland Ranch, Colorado. Dropped down 2, under pressure. And a timeout. It's a 52-48 lead. You Mary, a great point. The three-point shot took it from 3 to 4. And now 19 seconds to play. You've got to score and then foul quickly again to try to get the ball back.
No doubt about it. And you've got to score in a hurry, get down the floor. Again, Illinois, plenty of timeouts to figure this thing out, but do they have enough offense? And you can't hesitate. You score, you got to hurry up and get that foul if you don't get the steal.
Well, Macy Blend's proven she has offense. Boy, last year I mentioned 22.5 points at Greensville High School in Greenville, Ohio, and she's pumped down 16 on a big stage today here on CBS against Minnesota.
Minnesota extends their pressure.
So here we go, the final 19 seconds. Illinois gonna have to score in a hurry. Jostle back behind the three-point line, trying to go inside, throws it away out of bounds. And that's gonna do it.
Yeah, in that situation, you cannot afford a turnover. You must come away with points. And again, the 3 from the corner by Buford, the difference maker. Illinois goes zone. It really opened up that opportunity. I think maybe if you're Illinois, you're thinking Katie Ohm's not in the game, so you can get away with a little bit of zone. You've been rebounding better out of it. But boy, Buford made him pay.
Emily comes to the line, 1-1.
Well, there's a miss. Still breathing, but not by much. And there's a takeaway at midcourt, and that will seal the deal on the road. A comeback win by Minnesota. 52-48 the final for Mary Murphy. Craig Bullerjack, we're saying so long from Champaign. A comeback win by the Golden Gophers. We go to New York, and here's Tim Brando.